In this morning's Eye on Earth, signs of environmental damage are everywhere, but sometimes those signs are very hard to see. Tiny, nearly invisible pieces of plastics called microplastics are making their way through our ecosystem, and the results could be devastating. CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Michelle Miller is here. Michelle, good morning. So what are scientists finding?
They are trying to figure it all out. Scientists say every year worldwide, more than 300 million tons of plastics are produced. Half of it is for single use, but around 8 million tons of it end up in the ocean, where it's consumed by ocean life and eventually passed on to humans. Before dawn on the Oregon coast, marine biologists are on the hunt for what's nearly impossible to find: microplastics 5 millimeters or even smaller. Here, the tide pools are covered with mussels and whelks, and that's just what Dr. Suzanne Brander's team wants to collect.
Collect this individual.
Pure ocean water flows through these shellfish, but microplastics get stuck.
We're seeing, on average, a couple of pieces of suspected plastic in each animal.
Brander's lab at Oregon State University is part of a worldwide microplastics research effort that has found few places untouched.
They're being found in Arctic ice. It's not as if there are people dumping plastics off the icebergs. It's coming from global air and ocean circulation.
We live in a plastic world.
At the Scripps Institution of Oceanography, Dr. Jennifer Brandon found more evidence deep in the ocean floor off Santa Barbara.
And these are all sediment cores.
Her sediment samples date microplastics back to the 1940s.
We can look at how has plastic changed in the sediment.
And it gets there in many ways.
These fibers are coming off fishing rope, but a lot of them are coming off our own clothes. So as you're washing your clothes, they're washing down the drain. They're too small to get caught at the wastewater treatment plant, and they're washing right out into the ocean.
These microplastics seem to be in everything. I mean, tea bags, you name it. Clothing?
I mean, the majority of the clothing we wear is synthetic. We drink out of plastic water bottles, we use straws, and all of those things break down into smaller pieces.
On the road, there's trouble too.
Tire particles.
From discarded tires?
From tires from wear. As the car is being driven along the road, there are small particles wearing off the tires and getting into the watersheds or getting into the air even.
A study found 7 trillion microplastic particles pollute the San Francisco Bay each year. And researchers are seeing an impact.
We do know that in aquatic animals that there are suggested effects on things like immune response and respirations. We see some effects in oysters that are exposed. They lay fewer eggs.
Does it harm us?
We don't know yet. What the concern is that these microplastics are getting into our seafood, they're getting into our water, so we know we're ingesting them, but we don't yet have a measurement of what the effects might be.
And while America waits for more studies to be done before taking regulatory action, the European Union is already taking a stand. In March, it voted to ban single-use plastics. 13 months from now, those plastics alone account for 70% of the plastic litter found on beaches throughout Europe. So they're not waiting around.
It's a big political issue, though. The Trump campaign is actually selling plastic straws with Trump's name on the side, and their fundraising office. A lot of people don't want plastics banned.
Yeah,
you know,
we obviously, I mean, there's the obvious stuff you see, like plastic bags that wash up on the beach. This is so alarming when you see all this other. There's so much you can't
really
see.
Alarming is that they don't know what the impact is going to be.
Yeah.
Might be okay, might not.
It's in your clothes.
Yeah.
Should these two just walk around naked?
Yeah, right.
You're bringing that up a lot lately. Why'd you leave yourself out of that?
Because I'm trying to attract viewers. I don't want to scare people away. I need to leave my clothes on. Michelle, thank you very much.